Intro. Hey friend, and welcome to Poor Man is Magic, a place where the wild cards never rain on our parade. Today we are taking a look at a super cheeky Changeling deck built around a couple of the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth cards. Rather than take you through all of these cards one by one and outline all of the interactions, I'm just going to say we have Changelings, we have Goblins, we have Nazgûl, we have Orc armies, we have Callings of the Death Dweller. This deck is insane. Check out these games. I hope you enjoy. Okay, turn one on the play against Rakhash. We have all the mana we need. We have some removal. We have some Nazgûl. Let's go ahead and take this in. Turn one Automaton. Vine-Glimmer Snarl from opponent. Not quite sure what that implies, but we'll go ahead, throw down our mountain, and attack. We'll hold up Heartless Act, just in case something silly comes down. Another Vine-Glimmer Snarl into Ivy. We'll go ahead and take that out. We would be more than happy to take this out. Now, however... Yes, okay, this is fine. We will destroy a creature with no counters. Hopefully opponent doesn't concede. They do not. Sweet. So now we have our Nazgûl. We have our March from the Black Gate. We'll go ahead and play out a Nazgûl first. I think that gets a little bit more power on the board. Boom. We'll put a 1/1 counter on each of our Nazgûl, each of our wraiths. It may not look like a wraith, but trust me, it is one. Go ahead and play out yet another Nazgûl. Keep up a red mana. For no real reason whatsoever. We get startled. Oh no. Gonna get startled or charged through. Oh, interesting. That is a lot of... A lot of instants. So we will go ahead and keep the ring on the Automaton. It'll get +1. +2 actually from these guys. Wow, that grows crazy. We'll go ahead and attack anyways. We'll get some card draw here. Heartless Act could be helpful. Blue-green probably isn't going to kill too many of our creatures, so we'll go ahead and drop the Call of the Death Dweller, and this will let us double spell next turn. So as you can see, with all three wraiths on board, we have a lot of power. They have one little zombie token that can't block. We've taken out their primary build-around card. We'll see if they stick in the game for much longer. Looks like opponent is not pleased that we have been so dominant. Just because I would really like to play March from the Black Gate here, just to amass our another Orc, but if we play Nazgûl, the game's over. We'll go ahead and play this, see if opponent's still around. They may have left, but either way, we will put some counters on some stuff, draw a card, swing in. Go ahead and drop the swamp, do some damage, and move on to the next one. GG's. Okay, on the play again, we have an army, it looks like. Another army. We have some removal, some recursion. Looks good to me. Turn one swamp into an outcast. Next turn we'll play out our March from the Black Gate, create another army, pump up our outcast. Looking pretty good to me. Next turn, we'll play our Nazgûl, pump up our Nazgûl. Actually, we'll go ahead and make our unclaimed territory a goblin, since we already have our black mana for everything else. So our Changeling Outcast is well above whatever removal a mountain-based deck is going to have right now. Yep, they play Conducive Current to deal 3 damage to each creature. We'll go ahead, play out our March from the Black Gate. We will now have a 8/8 Changeling Outcast attacking in. I'm not sure Mountain's going to be able to handle this. They say good game. We'll say good game. GG's, Larry. It was a fast one. Okay. On the draw against against Tuna Smells. That was a great name. We have our 1 mana Universal Automaton, which is a goblin, wraith, orc army. We have a goblin, we have a wraith, we have an orc army, and we have the mana to cast all of it except for the Foray of Orcs. We'll go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. So on turn 2, we can take out a 2 toughness creature, thanks to our munitions expert. We now have enough mana for our Nazgûl. Everything going according to plan. We're seeing Dimir colors from opponent, which is never my favorite. Oh, okay. Esper colors from our opponent. Let's go ahead and play out March from the Black Gate. We'll pump up our Automaton to a 3/3. That takes it out of range of cut down, although they didn't seem to have a cut down. They can't hit it with a Go for the Throat because it's an artifact. They can't hit it with a Heartless Act. Burglar Rat. So maybe we're up against an Esper Rat deck? How cool would that be? Probably not, though. This will probably just be a discard deck. Discard control. We'll drop our Foray of Orcs. We will play out our Nazgûl, as is our way. Pump up both our Nazgûl and Automaton. We will make, I think, the Nazgûl the ring bearer. Bit of 5/5 swinging in. This is really the matchup that we would like some of our graveyard recursion. All of the Death Dweller would be great. Ooh, looks like that tuna smelled a little too bad. GG's, Tuna Smells. Okay, on the play against John. Just John. Amazing. Hello, John. And it just occurs to me, too, that our last opponent was named Tuna Smells and had a golem. A golem avatar, which is pretty on point. So we'll play our turn 1 Automaton. We have some orc mustering at the ready. We have some steel effects. It looks like they're playing an abundance, Leyline of Abundance, which means they'll probably have some mana generators. Haven't seen them yet, which is interesting. They might have enchantment removal, artifact removal, but we'll just have to keep playing out what we have. Grow our Automaton, grow our Automaton again, hit for 3. Really looking for some red mana so that we can come into Foray of Orcs. Fight rigging, not a bad pull. I almost feel like they're going to play a Nullhide Ferox in the next turn. That would be interesting. So we will go ahead, name Goblin, as we already have the mana for our other stuff. We'll play out both of our Automatons. And next turn, if we attack with all 3 of these, all of them will get the buff from March from the Black Gate. We're actually going to go ahead and buff a different army this time. I mean a different orc. I mean a different wraith. I mean a different Automaton. Questing Beast. Okay, fair play. 5/5 Vigilant Death Touch Swinger. Not a problem. Now, if we draw into red mana, which we do not, however, we can amass 2 and steal a Questing Beast. And I think we could hit in for maybe lethal. Oh, this would be so nasty. Oh, this would be so nasty. Wait. When you do gain control non-legendary creature. No! Oh, that's too bad. We'll attack in with our Automaton. Put a 1/1 counter on a different Automaton. We'll see if they want to trade, and they do not. Wow, okay. So, again, if we draw into some red mana, we have lethal. Another fight rigging, so they're going to be able to cast whatever is under one of these. We'll have to see if they sequence their triggers properly. Looks like they do for their original card, which is a Kodama. Interesting, okay. So they are swinging with Kodama. Both of those are legendaries, which is not very good for us, but we'll see what happens here. They get to ramp a little bit, that's fine. Yep. Can it be? Get out of here. Okay, red mana into Foray of Orcs. We'll hit our Automaton. Deal damage to Questing Beast. We'll attack in with everything. Pump up our other Automatons. Looks like John is losing his mind. We'll give him a nice. We'll give him a. Everybody grab a leg. We'll say GG's. 1 point away. We'll see if he can come back. If he wipes my board somehow in mono green, I will lose my mind. Ah! What a pull. What a pull. He can destroy March from the Black Gate or an automaton. Looks like he's going the automaton, gaining some life. I don't know if that's quite right, although it depends what's under this fight rigging. If it's going to be another Titan, can you do it? Ah! I was really hoping he could make me pay there. That is a non-legendary creature though, so we're going to go ahead and, let's see. When you do, until end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature. So it doesn't matter if Grishnákh stays on the battlefield or not. So we will go ahead, we will play our Outcast. We will play our Grishnákh, keep the original Grishnákh, steal. Ooh, how do we do this? I think we have to steal this. Put a thing on a thing. Yeah, okay, we got this. We got this. Totally fine. Totally fine. We'll attack in with everything. We will buff our other automaton, and then that doesn't really matter. Block here, do this, do this. We'll get in for 6 either way. I think that'll be good. Is that going to be a good game? That'll be a good game. Nice one, John. Okay. On the draw against Tyrone in USA. We have 2 Changelings, we have a Nazgul, we have a Gobbo, we have some red mana for our Gobbo, but we don't have any black mana for our Heartless Act. Whatever, we'll go ahead and keep it. We will play our Unclaimed Territory on Wraith, since that'll let us play all of our Changelings and our Wraith. We'll see what opponent has. Shocking, Stomping Ground. Oh, Minion of the Mighty. I think we may have found the only deck in the meta that is faster. So we'll go ahead, play out our automaton, and we will probably die this next turn. If so, we'll give him a turned around. Oh. Double strike, flying dragon. Ah, just an old gnawbone. Whoa. So if we draw into a black mana here, we might have a chance, but 14 mana turn 2 from... Okay, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. We can't block Minion of the Mighty. We should have just attacked in anyways, but 13 mana. Aw, come on, Tyrone. Don't be like this. So we will go ahead and Heartless Act the old gnawbone, just to make sure we don't die from that. We'll see if they attack in with the Minion. They do not. So, okay, did we survive the 1-turn KO? 1 mana KO? Go ahead and see if this resolves. They have a bunch of other mana that they could do something with. I don't even know what this deck runs in terms of instant speed spells. We'll have to see. Next turn, we'll just play our Nazgûl, and we'll hang back. That'll prevent Minion of the Mighty from attacking in. Ugh, an old gnawbone. So we have to draw into yet another of our removal spells. Probably not going to happen. It does not. We will play out our Nazgûl. We will concede with dignity. Good game, Tyrone in USA. We'll give him a little kiss. Give him a little kiss. We'll pass the turn. We'll let him attack with their gnawbone. And we'll move on to the next one. And with that, we're going to call it a day for our Lord of the Rings. Everything is Orc, Goblin, Army, Nazgûl, Wraith, everything deck. I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay as much as I've enjoyed playing it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, as it really does help my small channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one.